másikon, hol egymást találjuk, egymásnak se szóljunk. Aki minket meglát, mit fog az mondani, azt fogja gondolni, idegenek vagyunk.
Shoulder past Miller's Bend, where the fence posts lean like tired old men. There's a line through the grass that the years still know, where a kid ran hard with nowhere to go. Now the same small dust climbs up these boots, and the pines hold still with their buried truths. Evening lays its hand on the field so wide, like it means to keep what the day can't hide. Ooh, by the fire, the flame makes a soft red seam, stitching dark to the edge of a half-known dream. Smoke rolls slow through the cottonwood leaves, and the night breeze deep through the open trees. Time has ways of thinning a voice to grain, of taking a name then returning it changed. Still the old back porch and the mind stays lit, like a jar on a sill with a light in it. There's a hush out here where the world grows far, where the ground feels close and the heavens are large, and the heart speaks low when the wind moves through, like it finally means what it's saying to. Let the back road take what I can't untie, let the sparks drift up through the patient sky. All my old days turn in the smoke and shade, not gone for good, just a little afraid. If there's grace at all, it is deep and plain, like a hidden well underneath the plain. Some things fade, but they do not leave. They sleep in the bark and the flannel sleeve. What was lost comes back without a sound, when the fire burns low and the stars lean down. Sparks drift up through the patient sky. If there's grace at all, it is deep and plain, like a hidden well underneath the plain. Along the ridge where the red hawks glide, a narrow trail pulls me countryside, past the fern and the broken pine, where the last light lays in a crooked line, by a ring of stones and a weathered flame. Smoke goes up and forgets its name, and the whole white field in the falling gold feels like a hand that can bear the edge of wheat. Dust on the sill and heat in the screen. My mother laughed from the garden road while the well rope creaked in the dusk below. Now the years run out like a tire-worn road. Some get lighter, some keep their load. Still the same small lake comes walking through. What did time undo? What stayed true? When the fire burns down and the crickets start, night lays a thumb on the beating heart. Soft and slow, soft and slow. Let the long way home come find me through the grass and the afterglow, where the dark turns kind around me and the tired mind lets go. Maybe grace is not a river, maybe grace is a road gone slow. One out call from the cottonwood, one more breath in the quiet woods. No clear answer fell from above, just the ground holding still enough. Let the long way home come find me through the grass and the afterglow. Maybe grace is not a river, maybe grace is a road gone slow.
Past the line with the blacktop fence, where the weeds grow tall through the fence post pins. There's a trail worn down by a quieter time, by a boy with his hands full of dust and pine. Evening leans through the cedar shade, through the names in the bark that the pocket knife made. And the fields lie wide like they used to do, holding more than the heart can carry through. By the fire the kettle begins to sing, and the dark moves close to the little. Smoke goes up where the tall stars wait, like a half-formed prayer I was slow to name. Years run off like a creaking stone, leave you taller somehow but not more known. Every road lets go of the shoes that roam. Still a part of me circles the thought of home. There's a hush in the grass when the light drops low, like the earth knows things that it won't quite show. And I stand so small in the breathing a doubt in my chest and a spark in my hand. So let the fire read my face tonight. Let it tell me what it finds in the light. All my old days flicker then fall apart, ash and ember in the ribs of the dark. So let the fire read my face tonight. Let it tell me what it finds in the light. Face tonight. Let it tell me what it finds in the light. All my old days flicker then fall apart, ash and ember in the ribs of the dark.
Gravel breathed under wandering boots, through a stand of pine and a tangle of roots. Late sun hung on in a copper sky, while the crows drew lines where the hills run high. By a ring of stones and a patient flame, smoke rose thin and forgot its name. And the woods stayed still in the settling cold, like they'd heard this ache and had learned to hold. There was a yard where the tall weeds grew, a porch light dim and a doorway blue. My brother ran through the evening dust, and the screen door slammed with a clang and thrust. Now the years go by like a creek through reeds, taking small bright parts that a heart still needs. Yet the road bends on through the darkening land, with the past like dirt in an open hand. When the fire burns low and the night leans near, small old questions grow sharp and clear, sharp and clear. So I follow the line where the black trees part, with the hush of the field and a worn out heart. And the sky stays wide though the days run fast, like it's making room for the living in past. Maybe faith ain't loud, maybe doubt ain't wrong, maybe both just walk where the road runs on. And the whole dark breathed like a turning tide. No grand sign came through the leaves above, just the earth staying near. When the soul needs love, so I follow the line where the black trees part, with the hush of the fields in a worn out heart. Maybe faith ain't loud, maybe doubt ain't wrong, maybe both just walk where the road runs on.
down a two-track road where the sumac sways past the fence post bent by the August days. A crow flew low through the amber air, and the fields lay wide like an answered prayer. By a ring of stones where the brushwood burned, smoke moved slow as the light water turned, and the pine stood back in a hush so deep, like the earth itself had gone still to keep. There was a yard with a rust-red gate, a garden road and a chipped white plate, my father's boots by the kitchen stair, and my mother singing to the evening air. Now the miles roll out and the years roll through, taking old sharp names, making others new. Still a quiet voice in the dark asks this: what was lost for good? What still exists when the fire falls down to a faithful glow, and the far hill fades to a shadowed road? The heart speaks plain, the heart speaks low. So let the tall earth turn around me, let the gravel sing beneath my feet. There are roads that lead you from your old days, there are roads that bring them back to me. And maybe grace is not a river, maybe grace is ground that doesn't leave. A whippoorwill from the cedar side, one small call in the deepening night. No bright sign came, no grand relief, just the dark, the dust, and a little peace. Let the tall earth turn around me, let the gravel sing beneath my feet. Maybe grace is ground that stays beneath us when the past and the long road meet.
Pale dirt road by a cedar line, a bend out west where the fields unwind. The evening held to the hood of the car, and the first few stars came out one by one. Down by the fire where the kettle steamed, smoke climbed slow through the tamarack green. No one spoke, but the crickets did, like they knew every name I hid. Was a patch of pine, a rope on a branch and a sheet on the line, a dog-eared Bible, a broken rake, and a porch that groaned when the screen would shake. Years run off like a creek through stone, leaving their mark, then moving on. Now every mile has a voice somehow, has distance, but it beats like a steady flame. Ash in the air and the old wood sighs. Moonlight rests on the brim of the pines. Far off thunder rolls and fades like a door half shut in the weight of grace. Let the tall grass lean around me. Let the night come plain and slow. There are some things time won't answer. There are some things time will show. Along the ridge where the scrub oak bends, a thin path ran where the daylight thinned. Fire in a circle of soup black stone held a little heat when the sun had gone. Smoke climbed up through the copper leaves, slow and worn as a hand sleeve creaks. And the hush out there in the drying grass felt like something lost, coming home at last. There was a yard with a gate half hung, a tire that swung from a rope once swung. Dust on the porch and a jar by the sink and a radio low at the edge of sleep. Now the miles unspool through the fields and pines, and the years go dim like old fence line signs. But the ground still knows every weight I've been, every doubt let down, every ache kept in. When the white sky leans on the cedar spine, all the small hard questions fall out of line by the coals and the settling air. Even silence feels like it's listening there. So I stay till the fire turns blue, till the dark makes room for the plain and true. And the past comes back like a whippoorwill, soft and low from the farther hill. If there's faith, it's a quieter sound, like dry leaves turning on the ground. Morning lays through the grass and seems gold on ash and the tin cup gleam. Nothing answered in words I knew, still the earth said enough to move. So I stay till the fire turns blue, till the dark makes room for the plain and true. If there's faith, it's a quieter sound, like dry leaves turning on the ground.
down a trail where the bracken sways, past the bend where the blue light lays. Smoke climbed thin from a borrowed flame, and the dust made room for the names that change. Boot soles pressed in the powdery earth, like a quiet proof of a younger world. When a field seemed wide as a faithful sea, and a porch light meant what it meant to me. Now the hills wear gold at the edge of night, and the fence posts lean in the failing light. Every mile puts a hush in the chest, like the road knows grief and it knows what's left. There was a house with a dogwood tree, and a screen door loose on a rusted spring. Some of it gone, some of it staying still, like a song called low in a whippoorwill. The pines don't answer, they only bend, hold the dark and release again, by the coals and the settling air. Even doubt grows soft as prayer. So I wait where the fire burns down, where the sparks rise up and the night comes round, and the old days move through the grass like rain, yeah, near enough to be felt again. If there's meaning, it won't arrive all at once, just a steadier step and an open lung. Morning spreads through the ash and stone, turns the drifted smoke to a tender glow. Nothing's solved but the heart stands clear, like the road said, stay a little here. So I wait where the fire burns down, where the sparks rise up and the night comes round. If there's meaning, it won't arrive all at once, just a steadier step and an open lung. Trail thin through the leaning pines, past a ring of stone and a clothesline sky. Fire laid low with a patient flame, breathing red where the long grass swayed. Somewhere back in the creek bed bend lay the shape of a boy I'd been, kicking dust where the day fell wide.